Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Heartland Prowler 271 BR travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, be plenty of room for your awning to come out. And on your off campsite, of course your slide. Be plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path here, because what I want you to think about next is where your power and water connections are going to be. Power and water are all the way toward the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, so park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you do is level your unit. I do recommend, with a unit this long, bring in your slide, find the center of your unit, put that stick-on level on, and have someone watch that while you use your power tongue jack to bring your unit up, or excuse me, extend for up, retract for down. There's a night docking light and a manual override underneath this rubber stopper with a hand crank right here to bring that up and down should you not have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Just bounce it down the road. Once we've got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Now your unit has power stabilizing jacks. As I hit extend on these, I'm just going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. I'm going to run this back up a second. Go over this other side here. One thing you may have to do when you bring these down, get this plastic off here. One thing you may have to do is straighten out your foot. These feet wiggle on that bolt right there. Get it nice and flat. Now, as I was back to mentioning jack pads are going to protect the feet of these. You have a 10% off coupon. Go ahead and use that. Get your 4-pack of stabilizing jack pads. Run these down. Straighten your feet as you come down, just to the top of your stabilizing jacks. Bam, just until they're taut. You don't want the unit to lift at all, because you already have a level. So remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So get our unit level. Run these down in the front. We'll go in the back, show you the back one's working real quick. Your rear ones, controls on the campsite here. Same thing here, extend. You notice one side may go down before the other side. That happens a lot. I'll get the plastic off that. Just show you these working here real quick. Once we've got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. 30 amp cord here, plugs into the side. The way the new ones go in now is they plug in to the left and then wiggle to the right, and then put this black washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug in a home, in your convenience pack you have a 30 to 110 adapter. Got our power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At the campsites, we'll hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook up your city water connection, hook up the hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. It's coming over here on your campsite, just left of your entry doorway, is your water heater. All we're doing at this point, putting some plumber's tape, not putty, onto our rod and drain plug and get that in there secure. Once that's in there nice and tight, then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your water taps. Once the air's no longer flowing out of those, you have a steady flow of water, you can shut those off and you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an electric element right here to turn it on and off. The only time you ever want to turn this on down here is if you're hooked up to 110. So turn it on here as well as indoors under electric. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Got these reset valves right here. Look to see if they're bubbled out. If they're bubbled out, simply press it back in. And then your pressure release valve. So let's say we're going to go camping. We're not going to use city water. We're going to go boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water or potable water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check your batteries and your black and gray tanks. There's a fresh water button. Hold that down, that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using your potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. And that about sets you up for camping. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. So starting over here on your campsite, got your big awning. I'll run that out here in a little bit. Your outdoor speakers. There's a vent for your microwave. Down here is a flue for your furnace. Two things on this. One, if you run your furnace steer clear, it gets rather hot. And two, make sure nothing is blocking it. Hot water heater. Your potable water. Here's your low point drains. There's when you're at the campsite. There's your potable water tank. You have a couple of 110s and cable out here if you want to set a TV up on a table out here. Solid steps, I'll show you how to fold them in when we leave. Again, your power stabilizing jacks, your pass-through storage. Your propane does have a cover. Comes with a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. I should go from green to, or from red to green. Shows you got gas in there. Your battery posts, again, check those. You also prep for Furrion solar panel. You can hook up a solar panel right here. That'll trickle charge your batteries. The other side of your pass-through storage, it's locked. You have two gray tanks on this. This will be easier to get to when your slide's closed. Gray tank number 2 there. And your black and gray tanks down here. Outdoor shower, city water connect, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black tanks. And then your cable hookup for the campsite. Coming around the rear, a spare tire. I recommend getting a cover for this. Last thing you want to do is have a blowout and find out your spare tire is rotted out because you haven't covered it. Also prep for a Furrion backup camera. Device you purchased from our store. This sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicating with this device and give you a backup camera. Something else you can purchase from our store. You fold your bunk up and of course turn this all into storage back here. Get to that inside. Make sure you lock your door. Well, covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. First thing I like to point out in every unit I enter is a fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Come up here in the hallway. This is going to be your interior lighting and your exterior lighting. Slide run out and your awning run out. We'll run this out real quick. Show you how far to run it out. So you're going to want to run this awning out until your flap falls down right there to 90 degrees and you can see your bar. That's as far as you want to run out. It will run past that, so keep an eye on it. Super windy out here today, so I'm going to run this right back in. As I do, I'll mention up here on the wall, there's an internet upgrade that you can get to go with this, and then your owner's manual, QR code, you can get that directly from Heartland. Our awning in, shut off our awning lights, and finish up inside the unit. A lot of individual lighting throughout the unit. Come over here and shut off your air real quick, if you can hear me. Back to off, I went right past it. Alright, that should shut off. When it does, self-explanatory microwave. Have a light and a fan above your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Flip that back like so. Turn your gas to light. Hit the spark and there's your flame. This one does have a pilot light. You have to set that to pilot. Get up underneath there and light your pilot light. Your Norcold fridge. About a 5-second hold to turn that on. So whatever's white here is what it's controlling. Like right now it's on the freezer. That would be the fridge. So freezer's on 5. Fridge we normally set at 3. And then this is a night mode. Night mode tells the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Save me some energy. And it does so. Back to your thermostat here. Go ahead and turn that AC back on so you can hear that again. Alright, I'm going to shut your AC off. You notice the AC does shut off rather quickly. Now we'll turn on your heat. Turn your furnace on. Raise the temperature here. Heat kicks on. Now you'll notice when I shut your heat off, the furnace fan always runs a little bit longer to shut off than AC fans do. Down on the floor by your heat is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this is 12-volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you are boondocking with nothing plugged in charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts, keep this and run your battery down while you're gone. Coming up into your bathroom. Oh, excuse me, this is your bunk area. Again, your sides will fold up here. Legs will fold up just like those ones do. To give you a little toy hauler garage back here. There's your ladder for your top bunk. Prep for a TV back here. There's your lighting. Before we enter your bathroom, in the hallway here is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A couple 40s, a 1, and a handful of 15s. I highly recommend having those with you when you go camping. Come back into our bathroom here. Turn our lighting on. We also have a fan. The hand cranks open. That should control from here now. There we go. Shut your fan off down here. Here's where to check your tanks. There's your brand new battery. There's the freshwater button I said to hold down when filling your potable water. There's your black and gray tanks. Your water pump when using potable water. Turn on your water heater here if using just gas. Here if you're hooked up to electric. And here's your 110 with GFCI reset. Coming out into your living room. Have a 110 there. Individual lighting up here. Your table will lift up out of here and there. Pull your legs out. Set your tabletop right down on these lips here. Put your back cushions on top and they give you another bed. I believe this is a jackknife. Yep, simply lift up to the front. Lay it down like so. Put it back up. Lift the front. grab from the back and kind of do both at the same time. That'll fold down for a cup holder. You're all prepped for a TV in here. If you do install a TV, when you hook up your cable, before you run your digital channel scan at different locations, make sure that green button's pressed in. That is a digital channel enhancer. Here's a remote for your sound system. They have it on Bluetooth. Change the mode here from auxiliary to FM. Let me turn it down here. So dual zoned, zone 1 and zone 2. Nope, can't do the same thing from down here. But that's outdoors. That's indoors. Channel scan. Go back to home. So radio, USB, Bluetooth, auxiliary. There's your settings. Go back to your radio. Go back to a channel that'll come in. Nice sound system. There's your remote for that. Coming back. Oh, before I go back there, I do want to mention your smoke alarm. Then coming back into your bedroom, here's different lighting. You're all prepped for a TV back here. Individual lighting there, a couple cubby holes, and a little bit of storage underneath your bed. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. First thing I like to do off is come over here and shut off my interior lights, because then I can see any individual lights that I still need to shut off. Bunk area and bathroom are good. Once them are off, turn it back on. And doors and drawers is my motto. Check all doors and drawers, make sure nothing's going to be in the way of impeding this slide from coming in, and everything is secure for travel. Especially, looks like, especially these. If that's left out a little bit and catches that, it'll rip your door right off. Once everything's in, we're just going to hit slide in. We want our slide in here. I do want you to hear at the end of this slide that little grinding noise is actually nothing grinding, nothing to concern yourself with. All it is how the slide mechanism keeps itself from rolling back in too far. So exiting the unit with these solid steps, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on. Lift this up, turn this either way to get them to lock in. Once that's locked, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle and you're secure for travel. At this point, go ahead and bring up all your stabilizing jacks, unhook your water, cable, and power. Once we've done all that, we're going to dump our low point drains. If we're boondocking, we'll dump right there. If we're hooked up to city, we would dump those. Then we would come to our hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Going to dump the rest of your hot water out of there. Make sure you put that back down or this won't close. And then remove your drain plug. I believe these are 1 1/8 inches. Hook up your hitch and head on up to your dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be right behind your tires back here, almost to the dead rear of your unit here on the driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your hitch, hook up your sewage hose, and the first thing you pull is that black handle. That black handle is going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that black handle open. Again, with your water pressure regulator, Hook that up, turn on the hose at the dump station for about 5 minutes. That's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook your hose, close that up, close your black handle, and pull your gray handle. And that's gonna be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's gonna clean your sewage hose out for you some. Then you actually have a second gray tank. Now we do sell a bigger, stronger, longer sewage hose. We can hook up a Y and have both these hooked up at the same time. However, you want to dump your black tank first. Black, then gray, then come dump this gray. Again, this would be cleaner waters. Gallery water will clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Prowler for many years to come. Happy camping.